Good morning, people. How's it going? My goodness, Thursday morning already here in the Philippines. Hey, Dylan. Good morning. How you doing, my friend? Appreciate you coming in. What's new? What's new? Thursday morning here, 6:21 a.m. Thursday morning. We're now just under 2 weeks till Christmas. Heard a lot about the volcano. Yeah, Mount Canleon. It's pretty far from us, so we're good to go. But it's over on the Negros Occidental side. We're on Negros Oriental side, so it's kind of on the other half of the island. But we've seen pictures and video on Facebook and news reports and stuff. But luckily, it's far from us, so we're good to go here. Hey Luigi, how you doing, Crooked Eye? Image is backwards again. That figures. Hey JP, it's been a while. How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, sometimes the picture seems to go between mirrored and not mirrored on almost a daily basis. I'm not sure why. Oh, that's probably why he changed it to that, I'm guessing. That probably was not an accident. Hello, Sudeep. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. How's India going? English only, please. Okay, my uncle and two cousins have the same name. Yeah. I think Crooked's use of that is intentional. Been a while. Crazy thrill seeker in me wants to see if Mount Canleon has lava night glow. Yeah, I'm not sure if it does or not. That'd be beautiful if it did. It's quite a ways from us, though. Probably about a week and a half, and we'll be heading out to the province to see Cheese family for Christmas. Looking for my brother Mario. Anyone seen him? James Over. How you doing? Day's going good, man. It's just about 6:25 in the morning, Thursday morning here in the Philippines. Nita's cooking show. Hello, how's it going? I saw a short from Jasper. He's going live at like 7, so I guess it'll be a bit of a contentious morning. All right, thanks for coming in, Nita. Nita. I'm not sure which it is. Paul, how's it going, man? Good morning. Busy a bit, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Had a blackout last night. I'm not sure what time it came back. I got a message from Legend Warren and Bella. They were downtown in North Point in Dumaguete and were asking if we wanted to go down as well. So we went down and listened to a live band play, had some live music, had some beers, and then came back. It was super hot here in the apartment with no aircon. Everything was dark. I mean, we have an emergency light up here, but I don't know how long that'll last. So we went down there for a few hours. When we got back, the power was back, so that was good. But there was almost no breeze last night here, so it was super hot. So it was nice to get out, go down, listen to some music. Weather's good. It's a bit cloudy. Maybe it was UFOs. That's what I was saying. It's UFOs, man. What's going on with all those crazy drones? Any of you guys in the New Jersey area and seen any of that? They say they're coming from the ocean, whether that's the ocean itself or from a ship offshore. I guess there's been some sketchy ships in the area, so kind of an interesting thing. Yep, the drones are over New Jersey. That's why I was asking if anybody is in the New Jersey area and has seen any of them. I've heard some of them are probably like the size of SUVs, so pretty unlikely that they're small hobbyist drones. Those are pretty much commercial or state-sponsored machines. Elon Mook, really. Weather is cloudy. I don't know if it'll rain today or not, but I don't mind a bit of cloud cover. Keeps the temperature down a bit. I wonder if that profile picture is from the guy from China that looks like Elon. They took out a sub that was disguised as an orca. I hadn't heard about that, but I mean, that's not gonna account for 30 to 50 plus drones that are supposed to be the size of SUVs or buses. So it would have to be a pretty large ship to be able to carry the amount of drones that they're seeing. 6:30 a.m. You're correct. They're not over southern New Jersey, mostly central or north, but also Philly. Nice. Just saw a Navy SEAL vet YouTuber the other day that just got to Manila. Oh, nice. Hopefully he's enjoying it. Oh, or so he claims. Oh, really? Rumors that they are dispatched from an Iranian mothership off the coast of New Jersey. Man, that would be crazy. I guess they could have enough assistance from China and Russia to do it, but I don't really usually think of them as having a lot of high-tech stuff, but yeah, I mean, they could be doing it with help of somebody else and doing it as kind of a proxy. I find that Iranian mothership theory hard to believe. Yeah, it seems odd to me too. I know Iranians aren't Libyans, but it reminds me of Back to the Future when they're out testing the DeLorean and the no, I'm blanking on it. The people that sold them the nuclear material show up, the Libyans. It's the Libyans! Living to it. Toledo, hi there. I'm not to you. I don't know what you're saying there. How's Sweden going? Nice. We already destroyed the Navy years back. Not likely unless they rebuilt. Plug whose channel? I mean, if the guy wants to come in and plug his own channel, that's one thing. Or if you want to do it as a super chat, but I don't know the guy, so I'm not gonna plug somebody's channel that's not in here, and I haven't even seen his channel. Bruno Elias Navarrete Ramos. You mean you are play? I have no idea what the heck you're saying, my friend. Like the German blimp Hindenburg. Yeah. I don't know. These definitely don't seem like balloons or blimps. There's a lot of footage of them moving quickly at times, and they can also loiter for long periods of time, so they don't appear to be. Well, they're definitely not planes, and for the amount of time they can loiter, they're definitely not small hobbyist drones. That's for sure. Have you heard about the new bridge across Manila Bay? I can see it on Google Earth. No, I have not. That's interesting. English hard. English hard. I gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, use Google Translate. Use it to do English. Hopefully, it's not an alien invasion or a fake alien invasion. They're not gonna make it like duck hunting season. I'll tell you that. Really on TV. KuyaStorm shout out. Thanks, buddy. How you doing? Good morning. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the whole thing. There was one of the videos, while it's illegal to shine lasers up into the sky, there was one video of a guy that was shining a green laser up at some of the drone things, and you could see the laser reflecting back off of the craft, so there was definitely something there. Your guess is the drones are from Putin? What? I'm not sure where poutine is, unless you're talking about the delicious French fry, brown gravy, and cheese curd dish from Canada. All right, I don't really have any way to utilize that at the moment, but we'll see what I can take a look at. I like Google Maps, or Google Earth is good too. That's interesting though. Where's it? Where's the bridge going from and to? 11 viewers, 4 likes. Let's see if we can get the likes up, guys. Double tap the screen for me. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. JPO, yes, I'm talking about the cheesy fries waging war with Ukraine. My gulai. Oh, gotcha. I just got to take the E off. But the way you spelled it, it would be poutine, which is, I think, different than the cheesy fries. But you gotta admit that was kind of funny. And I'm still waking up, so I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes are pretty tired. I wanted to sleep some more, but I figured I'd get up. Guess Jasper's gonna go live at like 7, and I usually try not to interfere, but come on, man. 7 a.m., really? Are we talking about kitty cats? No. South side of Manila Bay to the west. Got it. So we'll see. I will probably keep my live going unless it totally drops off. 13 viewers, 5 likes. Morning, good morning, morning. How's Wednesday in the US going, guys? Wherever else you're at. India also has advanced aerial technology. I don't really see India doing it. I know they're part of BRICS, but I think they're not really interested in messing with us, especially with T-Man coming back in. Ace gave a good video about them and them. Yeah, I watched it last night. That's interesting. Dylan, $5. Thanks, brother. Appreciate the 5 US. I'll hit a heart on that as soon as somebody says something. It's just got to move up a little bit on my screen. Oh wait, I can do it from this other phone. There we go. Thanks, Dylan. I appreciate you. You take vids of the hangout with Warren. I did not, but she did, so I'm sure she'll put up some video later. I thought about it, but I don't know. I was kind of hot and tired and just enjoying it. Although they picked a table right next to the one of the speakers, so my poor right ear was a bit on the deaf side for a couple hours after we left. But next time, I think we're gonna probably go down there again. I can't remember if it's usually Wednesdays or Thursdays. They were there Wednesday night last night, so I'm guessing it's Wednesdays. But we'll probably go back there after the first of the year again and go check it out some more. So I'll have more opportunities to do that. Just go check out the video. Don't really want to get into a lot of chismis here in my stream. Gio said in his last video, talk more about it in his next video or two. Got it. Yeah, I'll just say from the non-official news, it appears to be Splitsville, but I don't really want to get into rumors and chismis here in my stream. Thank you, Dylan, again for the 5, my friend. I appreciate it. By the way, love the 4-wheeler video of ours. Thank you so much. I know it took a while to get it up, but I was waiting for the monetization and then also waiting for the Starlink to get up, and now we're trying to catch everything up. Would you like to see my pork weevil? No, Weevil Jones. Really not interested in seeing your weevil. Mr. Lord, Boston Celtics should easily get past Pistons, isn't it? I really don't like basketball, man. No idea. Totally cool if other people like basketball and baseball and stuff. Not really familiar with it myself. I have no idea what a pork weevil is. I'm guessing he's making some reference to his junk. He's probably talking about when it's not sprung, it looks like a wrinkly weevil, I'm guessing. Wrinkly hog. Watch your next comments, Weevil Jones, otherwise you'll get yourself banned, buddy. 11 viewers, 5 likes. See when we get the likes up, guys. Rodman's circus ruined basketball to me years ago. Yeah, I've never been a basketball fan. Looks like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Actually, this is a pretty full Christmas tree compared to a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. One of my bosses back at the shipyard actually used to have a novelty Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It basically looked like a dying twig with a couple ornaments on it. I mean, this one's just a little guy, but a lot of people spend a lot of money on trees, and this was about 500 pesos, which is about 10 US dollars, so nice, much cheaper. Did you hear about all the ships we're building in Japan? I didn't hear about all the ships we are building in Japan. I know we have ships over in Japan. I know, oh really? I didn't know we were building ships over there. I know Japan was talking about building like destroyers or cruisers or something, frigates for Australia. Or maybe you're in Australia and that's what you're talking about. He said apparently Alabama can't keep up, so I feel like you're from the U.S. So if the U.S. is building ships there, I hadn't heard about that. They got a 1.75 billion contract. Hey, that works. And they're over there here in Southeast Asia, so if they want to use them to kind of go up against Xi, then having them already in Asia would be a useful thing. Bella P, can you give a shout out to my BF? Well, I hope he makes it to his goal of 1K this year. Tell your boyfriend he can come in and try and get a shout out from me. Turns out Rodman's dad was an expat here the whole time after he ditched them. He had kids with like seven penais or something. Really? So Rodman's dad was over here in the Philippines. Interesting. Okay, thank you so much, dude. You got a sub. Hey, thanks, Bella P. I appreciate it. That's craziness. You know, not long before I was coming over here, and also around the time that I did my taxes, I was talking to more and more people, and I would mention that I was going to move over here, and I was looking at it, and I would hear stories. They're like, "Oh yeah, another friend of mine is going to visit or going to move over there," on and on. So that's interesting. Wayne Williams, thanks for the emojis. I don't know what's with the angry emojis, or you just tapped random stuff, but thank you. What other kind of interesting topics or news do you guys have? We've talked about Mount Canlaon, the volcano that's erupting here on Negros. Talked about a new bridge in Manila. The U.S. building a bunch of Navy vessels in Japan. So you think you want the quiet life? Oh, do you think if you want the quiet life, should I live 30 minutes away from city center? I don't know. I have not ever been to Cebu City or Manila City, so I have no idea about the areas and what it's like. Say 30 minutes away. I've been here in Dumaguete the whole time. Dumaguete wise, I mean, depends how quiet you want it. We have some traffic here, but I mean, it's not really hectic around here unless it's morning or afternoon traffic. I wouldn't be down in Dumaguete if you want it quiet, but I mean, Darwin, Bacong, Valencia they're not 30 minutes away, and they're pretty quiet. If you want super quiet, then maybe you need to go further out, like into the province, but then you can run into issues with utilities and stuff. Hey MJ, how you doing, brother? Oh, I just remember his dad's name, Philander Rodman. You can't make this up. Man, Philander Rodman. That's like Philippines, but also I understand Philanderer. I like Dumaguete, Valencia area. Darwin and Bacong are nice. Darwin and Bacong are lower down, closer to the water, like Dumaguete is. So it can be a little hotter, but you also have a breeze coming off the ocean. So I would look at maybe down in Bacong because it rains a bit less than it does up in Valencia. Valencia seems like it rains a lot in the afternoon, or not a lot, but often it rains in the afternoon, at least for a little while. I go to bed at 8 p.m. and get up at 4 a.m. No, I don't. Well, I don't know. That gets into geopolitics and stuff affecting politics in the Philippines, and I don't get anywhere near Filipino politics. That's just a bad idea. Bacong, Darwin, and Valencia are all pretty provincial. They're definitely smaller. Paul, Trump should never have stormed. Trump didn't storm the Capitol. They said march peacefully to the Capitol. Nobody was supposed to go in. He didn't call for that, so let's not make claims like that, Paul. Uh, well, there's lots of coconut trees all over here, man. Yeah, it's technically inaccurate. Hey, ITC, how you doing, man? I do want to visit Philippines, but may have to get the DTV visa in Thailand until I'm old enough for SRV. Yeah, so let's see. That's DTV. Which one is that? Is that the digital nomad visa? Yeah, I don't know. I also just saw a comment yesterday talking about if you're, I know you're younger, but like if you're at least 50, you can get a year visa over in Cambodia, and it's supposed to be a lot easier. But I don't really want to be in Cambodia. I have no idea anything about there, the English or how safe it is. I really like the Philippines myself. My eyes will be big and wide when I see all the green landscape. Yep. That news was supposed to be for Pence. Yeah, come on, guys. Let's avoid politics, geopolitics. At the very least, let's avoid geopolitics or politics in the Philippines or around the Philippines. Lots of coconut trees, lots of banana plants. Our complex has a mango tree in it. That old cheese nut, you're banned. Not appropriate, man. And I don't do that kind of stuff anyway, so I wouldn't know. I was told they had burner phones. Well, yeah, there was a lot of provocateurs that infiltrated the group and pushed a lot of what happened. So that was definitely not instigated by T-Man. And I was putting up a lot of video. Before I got kicked off Twitter, which was just a few days after the whole thing, I was resharing videos of Capitol Police opening barricades and basically waving people in. So it's not the way they presented it on the mainstream news. Also just heard about space-safe flights to Guam. Imagine getting that for free and then short flight to Philippines. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm not sure. I know some of the space-safe military hops are hard to get. They probably do have regular flights to Guam, so that's probably somewhat reliable. But I know there's some people that have trouble getting those because if there's a problem with the plane or there's a delay of a flight or something, you can end up waiting for probably not hours, but possibly days for another flight. So if you're on a short amount of leave, that could be bad. Henderson Base, direct from San Antonio, but only one per week. Got it. Is Guam still a way over on the way here from US like it was years ago? No idea. As far as I know, most of the layovers are like in South Korea or Singapore, places like that. I didn't call you a doofus, Paul. Somebody else did, but that's why, this is exactly why I avoid politics and religion in my chat. It gets people arguing with each other and causes drama. So drop the politics, drop the geopolitics, avoid the religion talk. It's just positive vibes here, guys. I want a nice, happy, drama-free, low drama, low stress life and live stream. Let's just keep it positive vibes in here. Hey Graham, good morning, buddy. How are you doing? Yeah, it wouldn't really be a reason to have a layover in Guam. How's Australia going, Graham? But that right there is an exact example of why I don't like those topics in my chat. So we just stay away from that stuff. Everybody be respectful to each other and get along, please. Do you still have USN active duty buddies in Guam? I don't know. People move around so much. I don't keep close contact with many people, partly because I don't have Facebook anymore, because I got kicked off of there, also for stupid censorship reasons, just like Twitter, now X. Ignorance is not knowing yet. Paul, I just said drop it. You continue to make semi-inflammatory comments in my chat and my comment section, like when you were talking about, like you were teaching me about rain fade because I'm on satellite internet. Guess what? That doesn't apply to Starlink. It applies to things like Dish Network and DirecTV. Try and have a clue what you're talking about. Try and not be inflammatory. I told everybody be respectful, and then you come back with another flipping ding on somebody. Everybody else had dropped it, but you just had to keep going. Australia is awesome as ever. It's always described as the lucky country you can achieve all your dreams, and I still agree. Yeah, well, there's also the most dangerous spiders and snakes there, so many things are trying to damage you or kill you in Australia, so it's beautiful. On one hand, I'd love to see parts of Australia. On the other hand, that many poisonous things, not really a big fan. And I mean, not just poisonous things, go surfing around there and you probably get hit by a white shark. Ugh, no thanks. Man, I still remember when I had Dish Network, internet, that was old school. That was HughesNet. It's still around, but it's definitely hurting right now because it just cannot compete, because that's a geosynchronous satellite or satellites. So you have limited data usage, massive ping times. You can't really, there's not a lot you can do with it. Starlink's really the only other option at this point. HughesNet was trash. That's all right, Agnes and Philaventure. There's just, you're fine, but as you can see, people brought up stuff in the U.S. Capitol, and then it got heated in about 3 comments. So let's just avoid it. HughesNet was the rancher's internet. Yeah, but most ranchers aren't trying to like stream or do video gaming and stuff. What gives no predators or snakes in New Zealand? Well, New Zealand's a lot closer to Antarctica, so New Zealand can be cold AF, right? Yep, plenty of stuff will kill you or eat you here. Yeah, you got the salties, you got the white sharks, you got snakes and spiders. I mean, kangaroos are cute, but you get around the wrong kangaroo and those guys are ripped, man. Those male kangaroos, they will screw you up. Not only are they strong as heck, but they've got those crazy claws on them. A dingo ate my baby. Yeah, I looked at HughesNet a bunch of times because where I was at in Washington State, there was no cable or fiber, and the CenturyLink DSL that I could get was garbage. But being a gamer, there's no way I could live with like a 800 or 900 millisecond lag time. And they used to have a pretty small data cap, and once you used it up, then they would throttle you down. And it wasn't even just like a monthly cap. You would have a certain amount of data you could use in a 24-hour period, and then after that they would throttle you way the heck down. It was their FAP, their fair or FUP, fair use policy. That was garbage. What computer games do you play besides on YouTube? Well, I haven't been able to play many yet, but I mean, I had Starlink back in the US too when I had my Xbox, and I used to play a lot of games on Xbox. And Starlink is plenty fast for video gaming. It's not as fast as like fiber or cable, but that wasn't an option where I live. So Starlink was really the only genuine option. I never believed camel spiders existed till seeing in real life. I knew they existed. Now, there's some pictures that it made it look super big, and it was very obvious that it was like two of them that were hanging onto each other, biting each other. I don't know what they were doing, but you could tell it was two camel spiders when they were lifting it up. It wasn't one like certain places were trying to purport the picture as being. If you lived in concrete jungle, you'd be fine, Kuya, but if you go to the Northern Territory, it's a different story. Yeah, I'm really not a city guy though, so I'm not interested in being in a concrete jungle. Oh yeah, the box jellyfish. Yeah, you could get the saltwater crocs because they're on some of the beaches. You could get great white sharks. You can get the box jellyfish. Man, Aussie friend came here and brought kangaroo jerky with him. Yum. I haven't had kangaroo jerky. I've had emu jerky. I've had an ostrich burger. I've had rattlesnake, which I know that's not Australia, but I'm just saying I've had some of the more exotic stuff. Did she comment and I missed it? I haven't seen her up yet. Yeah, I don't know if she's awake yet. Maybe she is. Hey, cat. There's a cat in the apartment. Oh, he's about ready to run out. Psst. Go. Go, kitty. Go on. That cat likes to come and mess with my garbage, and I guess he saw the door open and thought he could just come and chill out in my apartment. Let's see. South African boys, how you doing, bud? If you're rural in the U.S., it's also the way to go there. I mean, unless you're in a big area, even a lot of places in the U.S. don't have fiber or cable, so really the only viable option other than those is going to be Starlink, because if you're that far out rurally, you're probably also not going to have like good 5G coverage for home 5G, at least not anytime soon. Zia Belana, hey, thanks for coming in again. You have a name for your cat? It's not my cat. Kangaroo meat is extremely healthy. It's barely got any fat. Nice. Have you figured out a backup battery solution for brownouts? Well, not for the general electricity. I bought like a 3,000 volt watt hour, milliwatt hour. I don't know. It's the labeling on the box wasn't great. I bought a UPS for the Starlink, but they had one that was like 9,000 pesos. That was the UPC brand that everybody is familiar with, and then they had an off Chinese brand that was the same size, but it was only about 6,400 pesos, so maybe just a little over $100. So I opted to get that one. I figured it was going to be a mistake, but I figured I would give it a shot. The stupid thing does not switch over. It's got an automatic voltage regulator in it. It's got a battery, but when the power drops and it's supposed to seamlessly go to battery backup, it doesn't. I have to go to the unit, cycle the power button. I have to turn it off and turn it back on, and then it switches to the battery and powers the Starlink back up, and it appears to last for a couple hours. But man, that was a waste. I knew better, but that's what I get for trying to save a few pesos. Could definitely go with the name brand items. If I had gotten a UPC, I'm sure it would have been fine, but at least the Starlink comes back up rather quickly, so even if we have a blackout, I know they call them brownouts in the Philippines, I can power the Starlink back up. But the point of the battery backup is that it doesn't drop in the first place, so that's kind of frustrating. So I'll probably have to replace that again at some point. Got to get my hand on the giant omelet from ostrich. That looked good. Yeah, I don't know how ostrich eggs are. I had some duck eggs one time, and I've heard they're good for baking. I tried making scrambled eggs with them, and the whites had a funky flavor. I don't know. even with a lot of seasoning. I tried eating them fried, scrambled, and just wasn't enjoying it. But like I said, I've heard they're great for baking. XP4 drone just tweeted it was them on the U.S. Army Futures Command page. That drone is huge. Really? You knew better but wanted to find out for yourself? Well, I mean, I figured if it didn't work out, at least it would cover the automatic voltage regulation to kind of clean up the power a bit. And I'm still paying, hopefully this month is the last month that I'm doing it, but I'm still paying a reduced rent on my old place because I was originally supposed to come over here in February or March. So, and then the guy that bought my house found there was rat issues that I was not aware of, and he's had to do a lot of additional repairs. He was hoping to have a renter in the place by October, but he's still working on stuff, trying to get it ready for January. So hopefully this month is the last month that I'm paying a reduced rent, but that is, for the last few months, it has been eating an extra $500 a month from my budget for here in the Philippines. So I'm trying to stay a bit frugal, a bit curry pot on my budget until I'm done paying that rent in the US. The longest it should go would be January possibly, but he's trying to have a renter in there in January. So as soon as he gets a renter in there, or we hit, say, January, February, I shouldn't be responsible for any more, but he could push me to pay it for January. We'll see. That's part of the reason we haven't been able to go do as much. I'm not whining, I'm not complaining, I'm just letting people know. I bought the cheaper UPS for a reason. We haven't been going on many excursions other than locally here on Negros or a day trip for reasons. So it is what it is, but once I'm no longer paying the reduced rent on my old place to the guy that's now the owner, then I'll have more money to play with and it won't be such a big deal. But I wasn't really expecting it in October, and I had some additional unexpected fees, so he covered me for October, but then I did pay the $500 for November and then December. Hopefully that's it, and I won't have to do it in January. If I do, I do, but hopefully he'll be able to get the repairs done and get a renter in there, and then I'll be off the hook for that. Interested to know about that XP4 drone. But it's not a drone. It's like 30 to 50 drones. So right now, maybe they're claiming it's something from us just to chill people out and get them to stop asking so many questions. So I don't know if that's truly what it is or if that's just a red herring to distract people. Ostrich meat is good. It's incredible. It's cuisine down here in South Africa. Nice. Yeah, I had ostrich burger in the US. It was good. Is the military staying away from DJI drones? Yeah, it's not just backdoor concerns. All of the footage is routed. You would think it's just coming to your phone or laptop or something. No, it routes it through Chinese servers. So everything, all of the drones see go through Chinese servers, or yes, they can backdoor into it. But my understanding is that just like a lot of the Huawei phones, and also there's I forget the name of the watch, but there's a Tick watch or something like that looks like a pretty good smartwatch. But when I looked at it, if you're gonna sync your smartwatch to your phone, it should stay on your phone. But it actually routes it through the Chinese servers and then back to your phone. It doesn't just stay locally on your phone. Hey, Venom Prime, how you doing, my friend? I stick with Samsung. They're a South Korean company. I love my Samsung phones. I got my Samsung Galaxy Watch 7 Ultra. I picked up the DJI Neo this week. Awesome. Scott's World, how is it? I would like to get a DJI drone, but yeah, it's definitely not something that the military, other government, U.S. government agencies should be utilizing. Picatinny Arsenal stated the drones weren't theirs. However, they're flying over Arsenal. They're restricted airspace too, so who knows who's fitting. Well, do you think they want to admit that they don't know what something is or don't own it? And there are lots of special access programs that people don't know about. So there could definitely be stuff coming, but they've had witnesses that are like well-known people. I can't remember if one of the congressmen or senators from New Jersey saw it himself, or if it was one of his close friends that he trusts, but they saw them coming from the ocean. Now, whether that's out of the water or off of a ship, I don't know, but they were basically coming in from the water side, from the ocean. Again, I'm not saying they were coming out of the ocean, but from the ocean, even if that's from a ship. And these things are like SUV size, bus size. They're big drones. They're not going to be hobbyist drones. So I don't know. For bloggers, it's good. Nice. Watching this from my Samsung phone too. Yeah, I've got this one's S23 Ultra. The streaming device is S24 Ultra. I got Chia S24 Ultra. So yeah, I figured the cheaper UPS wouldn't be great, but I gave it a shot, trying to stay within my budget. I'll probably replace it at some point and go with the UPC. Also, the one that I got is a simulated sine wave, not a pure sine wave UPS. So there's a few things there that were kind of concerning to me, but it was like another 2,000 or 3,000 pesos. So I gave it a shot. Wasted a little money as expected. Now I know better. I knew better, but I figured I would give it a chance and try and stay in my lower budget. Let's see, the DJI Neo has 6 modes built on the drones. You don't need a controller for those. You can use your phone as a controller too. Yeah, I would like to get one a bit more advanced because I'd like to, not necessarily right away, but eventually I'd like to get the headset. And no, it doesn't have to be one of the super fast first-person drones, but I think I would rather use a headset sometimes to control the drone than try and do it from a controller or controls on the phone. But I'm sure that is a cheaper option to go with, so I'll at least take a look at that DJI Neo. You can fly at FPV also. Nice, Scott's World. Yeah, I'll take a look. It's not really in the budget at this point, but here in the next month to 3 months I may be able to do that. I'm kind of more tempted to get a Starlink Mini before I get a drone, but we'll see. 199. Yeah, that would be definitely reasonable, but like I said, until I'm done paying this extra rent, it's gonna have to wait at least probably 2 or 3 months. What does the Starlink Mini do? It's a smaller, cheaper version of Starlink. It doesn't have quite the speeds or the connection quality, but it's small enough that I can mount it on my top box on the motorcycle, or we can take it to a beach and use it. So I'd like to get it to do live streaming on the motorcycle as we're riding around. Obviously I wouldn't be chatting or being stupid with that, but people could watch us live as we're driving around. We can go up on a mountain, we can go out to any beach we find. We don't have to worry about having Wi-Fi for it. And here in Negros so far, there's no 5G cell signal that I found. So if you go somewhere that's doesn't have a restaurant, doesn't have Wi-Fi, then you're kind of SOL for trying to do live streaming because of the poor cell signal and poor Wi-Fi coverage. So the Starlink Mini would be super nice because I could live stream basically anywhere. It's got a router, Wi-Fi router built into the antenna, and you can power the Starlink Mini off of USB-C. So you can power it off of, say, one of the Anker power bricks they would use to recharge your phone. It'll run off of one of those for like 2.5 to 3 hours. You can also get a cigarette lighter adapter, so you can run it in your vehicle without having to use the battery backup device. So that'd be really nice. Cheap Beer Ticket. Oh, Mickey D's has a new glazed chicken meal with good with hazelnut sundae. Oh, Jasper had, I saw the glazed chicken sandwich, but I didn't see where it was from. I didn't know. Is that from McDonald's? Mickey D's is bad for your health. Of course it is, but you know. Hey, Belinda, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I'll give you a moderator. It was nice to meet you yesterday. I know you're on the shy side, but I don't bite. You're welcome to come over and hang out with Chi anytime. Wow, angle for yourself, you're banned. Not the first time you or another version of that account name has come in and said dumb stuff. So we'll just remove you from the channel since you want to continue that stuff. Hey, Capango Vlog, how you doing? Can you own a Starlink Mini and vacation to Philippines? I'm not sure how it works in another country. You would have to contact Starlink support about that. I feel like maybe you can use it for maybe like 30 days overseas, and then it would probably cut you off, but I know I can get one here. Is 50 gigabytes a month enough to do live streams? Yeah, because I wouldn't be using it for all of my live streams. It would just be occasional. So yeah, I would think that 50 gig a month would be plenty to do an occasional live stream. LA Eastman too young. There's a lot of Muslims and there in Dumaguete. Have been avoiding them since younger age. Very arrogant people. Yeah, well, he wasn't in Dumaguete though, man. He was living in a very, very small area over in Mindanao, in Zamboanga area, and he was the first foreigner to ever live there, and he knew better. So, if they're here in Duma area, I don't think they're really going to be a problem with all the police and security around. But he was in Zambo, so he should have known better, but he was young. Bad decisions. How you doing, Capango? Chris Mel TV, good morning. How you doing? Oh, she is awake now. Pin you up, Capango, or Chris Mel. Capango, if you put a link in, I'll pin you up later. Really? Just a moment, guys. Hell, man. I don't understand some people. Chris Mel, good morning, Lab. Seriously can't imagine what Eastman could have done to deserve that BS that happened to him. Kidnapped by psych. Don't go to fucking Mindanao. If you're gonna go to Mindanao, stay in CDO or go to Davao. He was in Zamboanga area. He was in a Muslim-controlled town that had never had a foreigner. He was loaning people money. He's not Muslim. He was wearing Muslim attire. Uh, he had warnings that he was in danger. That was just all around bad decisions. I'm not trying to garbage talk the guy. It's tragic what happened to him, but that was basically about the worst place you could possibly live, especially as a young white American without life experience. But he had warnings to not be there. He was basically loan sharking money, just on and on. Shouldn't have been there. Most Filipinos don't want to go to Mindanao. They definitely aren't going to go to flippin' Zamboanga area. So, yeah, that's like going to the worst place in Los Angeles or being in the worst part of New York or outlying areas and then acting surprised like, I can't believe I got killed by gangbangers. Really? You didn't know that you shouldn't be in the hood? Okay. Yeah, it's tragic, but that was a pretty poor decision. And his girl probably didn't want to live that far away from relatives, so complicated life, but yeah, he wasn't happy with his vlogs. So leave. The first time he had wind that he was in danger, well, first of all, I wouldn't have been there visiting, let alone living there. And the first whiff that I would get that I'm in danger in an area, I would be gone later that same day. I'm not going to sit around and wait for somebody to organize and carry out whatever they're going to do. Yeah, just don't go there. Yeah, Mindanao, Davao's all right. CDO's okay to visit. Stay away from southwestern Mindanao, especially Zamboanga, Sulusi areas. He was asking for that. Hey, Patrick Storm, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Yeah, it seemed obvious. I mean, if he had done, I don't know, 10 minutes of research on YouTube, he should have known better. You heard South Central is a great place for Starbucks. I know people make light of things. I have a pretty dark sense of humor having been on submarines, but that was just, it's not even just inadvisable. It was stupid for him to be there. Most people won't even Filipinos won't even visit Mindanao at all, even places in the Northeast. So, exactly. As soon as locals tell you to be careful, you should be careful. And it took me like 10 or 15 minutes during all of my research. I looked up Zamboanga and you saw the stuff about it, and it was very obvious, don't go there. And not only, it wasn't like he was just visiting for making a video. He was living there. He had warnings. Come on, don't be dumb. Stubborn and young, exactly. He was still in his 20s, so he still had that younger adult, late teenager, I'm invincible, it'll never happen to me, I know better, I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah, they even tried to take over Zamboanga City years ago while U.S. Special Forces dudes were deployed to that region wild. Yeah, I heard about that, and I know that's been years ago, and some people say, oh, it's fine to go to Zamboanga City. Yeah, but you wouldn't travel across Mindanao like on a bus to get there. You would fly directly into Zamboanga City, stay in the city, maybe go to the beaches, and then back to the city. They say don't go to the province without a police or military escort, and that's just a visit. Raja, good morning. Doing well, thanks. Jester, when I was in Mindanao and the girl was telling me not to get out of the car, Like, nope, get me out of here. If I can't get out of the car and not be seen, no good. Yeah, exactly, Jester. Just, there's so many things he was doing wrong being there. Somebody being older, maybe it comes with age, but just it baffles me that he made that decision, and it cost him his life, unfortunately. I'm not trying to dump on him, but I hope other younger expats or tourists that are coming to the Philippines take note. It's not just about the Philippines, it's anywhere. If somewhere is sketchy, I know it seems edgy to go somewhere that's a red zone or somewhere that's dangerous and make a vlog and post a vlog. Maybe that's one thing. Maybe you've got some people with you. You get in, get your footage, get out, post your video. If you're safe, good for you. But going and living there for any amount of time, not a good idea. Appreciate everybody coming in. Got a feeling his girl didn't want to move out of the area, and he was not found that I'm aware of, but the police released information that I don't remember if it came from a witness or a perp. I don't know if he was shot once or twice. The report kind of indicated he was shot twice in the leg. He bled out very rapidly, and they threw him into the ocean. And that was either from one of the perps that they caught or somebody that was a witness to it. So I don't know how long it took. It could have been a couple hours, but he didn't make it very long, and he was thrown overboard. So, and that was official information from some of the police out there. I've heard, I didn't see it myself, but there's been videos about it. So I don't think they'll ever find the body, but like most of us speculated, if he was shot in the leg, probably wasn't treated, or they didn't have access to treatment. And the fact that they went weeks and weeks and weeks with no proof of life and no ransom demands pretty well indicated that he was no longer breathing. Infection or loss of fluid. From the sounds of it, he bled out quickly. I don't even think he was still breathing long enough to actually get an infection. I think he bled out probably in a matter of hours, maybe a day at the most. So he was probably deceased by the time we even heard anything about it. Filipina. Crazy, they found a different drifter like a week later. Yeah, yep. Oh yeah, smooch smooch. Beautiful sight to wake up to in the morning. She thinks she's haggard when she first wakes up. She's gorgeous. You're not haggard. You're gorgeous. Doesn't matter. Still gorgeous. Never haggard. She's a sweetheart. I don't know. I'm not even super hungry at the moment. I'm sure I would eat. I don't know how recent the news is. See a BBC article saying Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp down in mass meta outage. Legend of Alexander, Haggard. How you doing, Legend? Good to see you, buddy. Have I tried renting a car? No, I bought a motorcycle. I'm good. I don't know if it's hacked or just the servers are down. Maybe a denial of service attack. Every major city. Can I be your dad, Uncle Ed? No. I don't know why you keep coming in and saying that stuff. It was a few hours ago. Got it. Well, it just popped up in my notifications. Uncle, are you fatherless? No, my dad's still around. I was adopted, so it's my adopted parents, but they adopted me when I was a week old, so they always treated me like blood. So as far as I'm concerned, they're my mom and my dad. Always have been, always will be. But he's still around. What are we doing today? I don't know, man. It's only not even quite 7:30 in the morning. We went out late last night, as I told you. Saw some live music, had a few cold beers when the power was out. Dads are good. Some dads are good. Some dads are not. I had very, very excellent parents, and I'm thankful that I have had them in my life. I heard a lot of cultures enjoys going out late because it can be so hot. Yeah, a lot of people kind of don't go out much during the day and go out at night. Like probably one of the coolest places or lowest temperature places, at least at night, in the Philippines is going to be Baguio, and they have a night market there from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. I'd love to go there sometime to visit Baguio, but also go to the night market. Expensive Expat channel has some videos from Baguio, both daytime and nighttime. He's got some videos and shorts of the night market. Hopefully we'll be able to go up and take a trip to Luzon at some point and go visit his place in Pampanga, and then also go up with him and go to Baguio. It's not expensive, like costing a lot. It's X space pensive, pensive being stressed or anxious expat. So formerly stressed out expat. Basically play on words referring to he was stressed out back in the US. Yep, play on words, exactly. He's got a really nice place that's in a fully walled in compound. It's a little 1-bedroom place. He's fixing up the outside to be kind of a man cave. He's going to rent it to subscribers for cheap if they want to come visit him. And he's also working on a place up in Baguio. So as soon as he finishes the place in Pampanga, he's going up there. And his monthly rent at the place in Pampanga is 36 US. So much, much cheaper than what we're paying. Hey Mark, good morning. How you doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, he found some other places in the area too to show that it wasn't a fluke or a one-off. He found some other ones. One was, I think, like $96 a month. Another one I think was $78. There was another one that was more, but it was like a 5-bedroom place, and it had like a internal garden, like with trees and stuff in it. Inside the kind of, I don't know if I would really call it a compound. It's more of a house with some open areas, and it was in town. He found another one that it was the lady, the owner's childhood home, and it sounded like she needed another 10 years of working before she would go live in it, and she didn't want it empty and wasting away or getting squatters in it, so she was offering that for no rent for 10 years and just do a bit of fix up and just kind of occupy it so it wouldn't go to crap. A lot of $500 places, all inclusive. Yeah, we're paying about $500. It was like $467, but we had them put this mini split aircon in, so they raised it from $26,000 to $28,000, and we did another month deposit on it. But we've got a nice pool, 2-bedroom, 2 CR. CR is comfort room, what they call bathrooms over here. Ours is not tiny. Her friend Belinda that was in here a few minutes ago, I think she said her apartment somewhere in Dumaguete is only like 7,500 pesos a month, which is incredible, and she said it's new construction. Syed Ajim, 5:25 timing. No, here it is 7:30 in the morning here in the Philippines. Happy New Year, bro. Thanks. Don't know how to say your name. I think you have a really great setup with the pool. Yeah, the pool is a very nice amenity. Before I came over, I didn't really think I would need a pool. I was like, oh, we'll just hop down to the beach, go to the beach, and, well, the beach can be very hot. There's not good signal there, so I can't really live stream from the beach. My nice Asus router gives us signal over at the pool. So it's definitely nice having a pool. We can just walk out the door, walk 45 seconds and be in the pool. It's nice. Yeah, you can get larger places in BGC or Manila, but you need to have good negotiating skills and you need to do a lot of research, and I'm just not interested in being in a city myself. Hey Eva, good morning. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I think she said there's a lot of open units in it too. We're under contract, and I don't know if they would allow dogs, and there's no pool. So while it's cheaper, I don't know how nice it is, and I think they're smaller studio apartments. She didn't say how large it is, did she? But definitely a way to save some money, and if you're gonna travel a lot, then you don't need a very big place. You just need somewhere to kind of home base from. One thing I have not seen a lot of are chiropractors in the Philippines. Yeah, and I know there's differing opinions on chiropractors. I think there's good ones and bad ones. I went to one back in my town in the US, and he was really good. A lot of them make pretty outlandish claims that I don't agree with, but I had lower back pain for many years, and I went in, the first year I went in every few weeks, and then after that, the last, I don't know, 8 years or so, I would just go in a couple times a year if my back was hurting me. He'd tweak me, and usually within a few hours I was feeling better. And like, I was having regular low back pain, and the chiropractor definitely helped it. A couple Expat chiropractors, but they're over at Manila and Cebu. Got it. 7:34, guys. How's everything going in the US or Europe or South Africa or wherever you're at, India? We got 10 viewers, 19 likes. Let's see if we can get up to 20 likes, guys. Double tap the screen for me. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Consider joining the channel as a member. I will refresh the membership link. I just gotta copy it again. For some unknown reason, sometimes my notepad clears itself out. There we go, there we go. Eventually we'll have members only videos and live streams. Right now you do get the star next to your name. The longer you're a member, that star changes colors to support long time support of the channel. You also get priority response on comments. The top tier once I get the merch store online, you'll get a discount in the merch store. But also the top tier, I give people access to me on other things like Google Chat if you want to talk about stuff. I may do consults at some point, but I'm not really doing that right now. Appreciate any support anybody gives, even if it's just viewing. But if you're able to grab a membership or send some gems or do a super chat, I super appreciate it. Anything you guys do is helpful and helps us do more for the channel. Zinda Alona, hello, how you doing? Relatively new channel, it looks like. Yep, November this year. It's been raining and windy here all day, and that's Connecticut. Yeah, it's that time of the year. A lot of places are getting cold and rainy. It's been a bit rainy here, but definitely not cold, and I'm glad for the nice warm tropical weather because my knees hurt much less over here than they did in Seattle area. Chicken parm sandwiches, delicious in the U.S. In case anyone was wondering, enjoying American food before I head back to the Phils. Nice. Just staying dry. Where are you at, Zenda Alona? Yeah, I definitely have some extra cheese pizza there. Cheese is not easy to get. There's pizza, but even a lot of places that we've tried pizza at say they use mozzarella. Often I'm not able to detect any mozzarella. It's like they're mostly using Philippines Eden cheese and some other stuff. And it's not that it has bad flavor, but it's definitely not like cheesy, melty, stretchy Parmesan. I like some places that do like a Parmesan cheddar mix. Just staying dry at Lilac Fair. Okay, well, I don't know where that is. I don't know if that's a location or you're at a Lilac Fair. I'm not really sure what you're saying there. All right, guys, Jasper is live right now. If you want to jump over there, I will, unless it totally drops off, I will probably stay live because prior to 9 is supposed to be kind of my time slot. Zenda Alona, you're in Scotland. Awesome. Malibu, California needs rain. Really, really bad wildfire. Yeah, I heard it's in a pretty mountainous area, so it's hard, if not impossible, to try and get under control. They evacuated Dick Van Dyke. Hey, thanks, Patrick. Sean, I appreciate it. Parmesan Import Fund. Parmesan and mozzarella, yeah. I also like pepper jack cheese, cheddar cheese. I need to check out Bellcrest. I know I say that a lot. I was going to go the other day, but we went to Mandawi Foam instead. They do have some cheese imported from California at Robinson's grocery store. Had some pepper jack from there last time we stopped by. I checked and they didn't have pepper jack, so I was bummed out. Thanks for the 10, Patrick Sean. I appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, let's see here. And thanks also to Dylan for the 5. Messages, there we go. Pepper jack's one of my favorites, but that's one thing. I love cheese, and it's not an easy thing to get cheese like you would get in the US out here. Stuff like Eden cheese is kind of like a milder version of something like Velveeta. And while Velveeta can be good on grilled cheese sandwiches and stuff, it's or like a nachos or something, I wouldn't really consider a proper cheese. Just lump of something. Big fan of cheddar, pepper jack, mozzarella, Swiss cheese, various things. Yep, flavors from home, exactly. All right. I wanted to sleep in a bit. I think it was probably midnight by the time we got to sleep. I usually try and go to bed at like 9:30 or 10, but with the power out, we had to get out of here. And sometimes we have a nice breeze coming through here, but last night we'd have an occasional gust, but there was like basically no air movement, and the residual heat coming from the metal roof. They have a little bit of heat insulation up there, but it's not a whole lot. Just some guy, McDonald's employee, Nancy Parker, snitched on Luigi, was fired for calling the police on company time, proving once again CEOs don't care about their employees. That's crazy. Yeah, crazy situation. Just a lot of the stuff that we just don't really get into. We don't know all the facts. Not at all standing up for that Luigi character. It's definitely a bad situation, but some people will try and get lawyers involved if you aren't very careful how you say things, and allegedly and this and that. Don't need any kind of jeopardy, even though the guy's probably going to go to prison for many, many years, if not his whole rest of his life. Thanks, Graham. I appreciate the support. Appreciate everybody that's in here, has been in here. See if we can get to 25 likes. Jasper is live right now. If you guys are wanting to bounce over there, I will probably stay live for at least a little while longer.
Good morning.
Just some guy, no sympathy, denied healthcare coverage. So if I was told I had a pre-existing condition. Yeah, a lot of places won't cover if you have pre-existing, or they'll tell you, here's your premium, and either we're not going to cover a pre-existing condition, or we're not going to give you insurance, or you've got to pay an additional amount for coverage of that condition. I heard that Pacific Cross, which is like the International Blue Cross Blue Shield, does that. And I know I saw an interview recently with the guy that's in Manila area that sells insurance. I guess there's like a 12-month waiting period on pre-existing condition stuff. So you can get a US dollar plan that will allow you to go to most countries and get treatment. If you're on a peso plan, it only covers you in the Philippines. But pre-existing condition stuff, there's a 12-month wait on, and then depending what it is, and all sorts of other considerations that they would talk to you about, there's a 12-month waiting period, and you have to pay an additional separate premium for those things. Watch your grandfather die of diabetes, he's denied medication, it's too expensive. Yeah, that's crazy stuff. Sorry that happened to you. I had good insurance in the US. I need to get at least some insurance out here. I don't have it yet, although when we had the flu really bad, that definitely is motivating me to work on at least getting a peso plan. Maybe at some point I can convert it to a US dollar plan, but I need to get at least some amount of health insurance coverage out here. I'm in pretty good health, but you never know if you're going to have an accident or get sick, and those bills can rack up quickly. And most of the hospitals won't even really treat you or fully admit you until you pay them a certain amount up front. So you can more or less be just about bleeding out, and they'll just let you lay there until you can give them money. It's unfortunate, but that's one of the situations when you come out here. You're kind of at the, I whatever the capability is of the place you're at. So just got to be careful, be smart. A lot of talks about Elon cutting VA's funding next year if Doge becomes a real government office. I think it's going to become, but I'm telling you, vet friends, keep an eye on VA checks. At least one has 100% disability rating. If you get injured, then get coverage. That injury is now technically a pre-existing condition, so not. No, if you have insurance, that's not a pre-existing condition. If you have insurance and you get injured, you have an accident, that's not a pre-existing, pre-insurance coverage condition. Yeah, if you get in an accident and then apply for coverage, that's a pre-existing condition. That's why insurance is intended to be ahead of time, in advance of, to cover you in case something bad happens. All right, well, I'm not going to argue with you about it. I don't know who the hell you are. Just some guy. Copy, not host. Hey, Ballpoint Man, how's it going? Jasper's got a nice, beautiful view from his new condo. I don't understand people sometimes. Gotta blow my nose real quick, guys, before my cough kicks up. All right, well, the chat is dead, so it looks like most people that communicate have jumped over to Jasper's. We're an hour and a half in. I guess I will let my voice have a rest. I'll work on uploading the Mabinai Caves video today. So I will catch you guys later in Cheese Stream or tomorrow in mine or over in Jasper's. Usually I keep going, but my cough's starting to, I can feel the congestion kind of bugging me. I need to take some BioFlu. But see you guys over in Jasper's or in Cheese. Take it easy. Tagay na.